1,300 years ago, in the beautiful city of Heijo-kyo, also known as the city of Nara, one man led a grand national project that established the framework of ancient Japan.
A beautiful day.
His name was Fujiwara-no-Fuhito. A reformer like his father, Nakatomi-no-kamatari, who orchestrated the sweeping Taika Reforms, Fuhito developed Japan's first code of laws and led the relocation of the Imperial Court to Heijo-kyo. He also deepened relations with the Imperial Family and laid the foundation of ancient Japan. In the year 663, Japan was facing its greatest crisis yet. The imperial army, led by the future Emperor Tenji, as well as Fuhito's father, Kamatari, was defeated in the Battle of Baekgang. Fears of retaliation by the Tang dynasty in China and the Silla Kingdom brought home to Japan's leaders the necessity of building a stronger Japan. Knowing that education would play a crucial role to that end, Kamatari placed the young Fuhito under the tutelage of an imperial court educator, Tanabe-no-Fuhito. Following the death of Kamatari in the year 669 and Emperor Tenji 2 years later, and the end of the Jinshin War, Emperor Tenmu inherited the task of building a stronger nation. When Emperor Tenmu passed away, he left behind his wife, Princess Una no Sarara, and their young, sickly son, Crown Prince Kusakabe. This is where Fujiwara-no-Fuhito comes into the story. Although he was still young, Fuhito demonstrated an intellect that Princess Una no Sarara immediately recognized. She appointed him as Prince Kusakabe's tutor, and the two young men developed a close friendship. But in the year 689, Prince Kusakabe passed away suddenly, leaving Fuhito grief-stricken.
The throne shall eventually go to Prince Karu, son of Prince Kusakabe and Princess Abe. This was also the will of my son. As Prince Karu is just 7 years old, I shall assume the throne until he is of age. In the meantime, I would like you to serve as my advisor. To build a nation of laws that will rival our neighbors, I will need a reliable deputy who is young and knowledgeable in crafting law.
I am honored.
This sword was prized by Prince Kusakabe. He loved you like a brother and wanted the sword to be placed in your custody should anything happen to him. He asks that you pass it on to his son, Prince Karu, when the time comes for him to ascend the throne.
Fuhito took the kurozukuri no kakihaki no tachi entrusted to him and honored Prince Kusakabe's will. He presented the sword to Prince Karu when he ascended the throne as Emperor Monmu. And when Emperor Monmu died at an early age, the sword was transferred back to Fuhito. He then passed it on to Prince Obito, who would later become Emperor Shomu. The sword symbolized the deep trust between the imperial family and Fujiwara-no-Fuhito. In the year 690, Princess Una no Sarara began her reign as Empress Jito. Then, in 694, the capital was relocated from Asuka Kiyomihara Palace to Fujiwara-kyo, Japan's first proper castle town. Finally, in 697, Prince Karu became Emperor Monmu at the age of 15. The imperial court needed stability, and Fuhito believed that a proper code of laws would provide it.
No, we simply cannot copy the code of other nations. We must craft a code that meets the needs of our nation. Once more, start over. Some may think that I only desire rank and power, but they are wrong. Japan cannot remain a country where powerful clans do as they please. To become strong enough to stand up to other nations, we must complete this code.
Then, in the year 701...
At last, we finally have our code.
Composed of a criminal code, oritsu, and an administrative code, oryo, it was the first code of laws to be established in Japan. This was the Taiho Code. Through the enactment of the Taiho Code, Japan established a centralized government with the emperor at its head. Fuhito had a large family that deserves closer inspection. Through his many wives, Fuhito was blessed with 4 sons who would follow in their father's footsteps and 5 daughters. Miyako married Emperor Monmu and gave birth to Fuhito's grandson, Prince Obito. Then there was the wife who ensured Fuhito's place in history, Agatai no Kai no Tachibana no Michio. She was deeply connected to the Imperial Family and even served as wet nurse to Emperor Monmu. Finally, there was the daughter he had with Michio, Princess Asukabe, who went on to marry Emperor Shomu. In the year 702, Empress Jito passed away, joining Emperor Tenmu in the Imperial Mausoleum. That same year, envoys resumed their diplomatic missions to the Tang dynasty. Information brought back from these trips led to another massive national project. The envoys informed Fuhito that the palace in Chang'an was located in the north of the city, rather than in the center as it was in Fujiwara-kyo. In the year 707, Emperor Monmu died at the age of 25, leaving behind a son who was also the grandson of Fuhito. Prince Obito was only 7. To fill the throne until Prince Obito was old enough, Emperor Monmu's mother, Princess Abe, began her reign as Empress Genmei. It was she who ordered the relocation of the capital to Heijo-kyo.
This is the place. This is where my grandson, Prince Obito, shall take his rightful place at the throne. Perfect. We shall build a capital befitting a nation of laws, a city of such breathtaking scale that foreign envoys will be forced to concede its magnificence.
In the year 710, the capital was relocated to Heijo-kyo. The palace's layout shows the authority Fuhito commanded. Directly east of the palace is a large area of land on which a residence was built for Fuhito. The year 712 marked the completion of the Kojiki, or records of ancient matters. 2 years later, Fuhito's grandson, Prince Obito, became crown prince.
A beautiful day.
The year 720 marked the completion of the Nihon Shoki, or the Chronicles of Japan. That same year, Fuhito fell ill and was confined to bed.
Summer ends. How quickly time flies. My work is not yet done, but now I must rest. What an exciting life I have led.
Fuhito, who had led a national undertaking that strengthened Japan's foundation, died at the age of 63. He was posthumously awarded the highest rank of Daijo Daijin, or Grand Minister. With his exceptional judgment and intellect, Fuhito from a young age became a key figure in the creation of the Taiho Code, which in turn helped him amass enough influence to shape history itself by establishing the Fujiwara clan. He is remembered today as a gifted politician who laid the foundation of a mighty country that could rival any nation.